So I was planning on streaming Assassin's Creed Valhalla tonight, like just from the get-go. And then my little cousin asked if I wanted to play some Elden Ring Night Rain, so I was like, sure. And then I ended up playing Elden Ring Night Rain for the past 4 hours. But I still kind of want to hop into a little smidge of AC Valhalla tonight. And it should still be fine. It literally just hit midnight, 21st of September here. So I I don't think that there's a whole lot of missions here to wrap up the Asgard arc. So I'll probably just see that through, and then things are good? Probably. So that's my plan. That's my plan here. It has occurred to me that I don't have, like, my sound effects live, because I keep on forgetting about that until I'm actually streaming here. So if I open my AC Odyssey folder, and that takes a little bit, because hard disk drive. Open up anti-micro in the meantime. Well, that is slowly loading. Press any key here in the meantime. Here we go. And then I go to custom scripting and I run my soundeffects.hk. There we go. So.
Bye, have a great time.
Yeah, it does sound effects. It does indeed. Good to check out here. Yeah, so it's currently the 21st of September. What was the last time I streamed this game? I don't remember. I could find out here really quickly. This is what I could do. Let's find out. This is stream 23. If I go to YouTube Studio here and I just check stream 22. Or, wait, no. This is stream 31. I check stream 30. Let's see here. This one was September 8th. So it's been a couple weeks. It has been a couple weeks since the last time I played this game. Oh, 2 weeks on the dot. Return to Asgard. Oh yeah, I need food, don't I? Dang it. Where's my go-to place? Wasn't it like somewhere over here? For buying some stuff? Didn't people like not like me here or something? Wait, that was for arrows. Not nom-noms. Let's check out some places here. That's why Elden Ring Night Rain can be fun. We ended up beating Everdark Libra tonight, which is an absolutely insane boss that I don't want to replay anytime soon. It has taken the past, like, month here on and off of trying for finally beating him. Because, uh-oh. That's fine. Here, where's the thing that I marked? Can I go buy some rations or something or other here? A decent bit has happened. I end up getting a decent foothold into Xenosaga. After all this talk about, well, I'm gonna start Xenosaga one of these days, like maybe I finally have the chance to. I actually started Xenosaga, and I'm probably at about the halfway point of the game right now. So, make some good progress through Xenosaga.
Welcome!
You have rations, man? C shop.
You should always be fully stocked.
Reach max capacity.
Ooh,
Yeah, rations. So, give me some of those.
Amazing. Leaving already?
Yeah, well, I got all the things I needed.
So long.
I want to go into this with max rations. Can I, like, do that and you sell another one? Was there more available?
This could come in very handy. It's just your style. I hope to see you again soon.
You only have 3 rations in your whole shop, and that's it, man. What the heck? Is it worth running around trying to gather berries and being able to go in full rations? I got someone's tooth? Am I the tooth fairy? Except I take your silver instead of leaving you a coin, I guess. I don't know. What the heck, man? But yeah. Oh my god, that was weird. There's some berries somewhere around here. Hallowland is now less than a month away. So we're coming up on it. Again, I'm sure that I can beat the main game before that point, so I'm kind of semi-taking my time with this. I'll conclude Asgard tonight, and that just leaves the final story mission, which, like, maybe it'll lead into more things. I don't know. Maybe there's going to be a bunch of random crap I'm going to have to do in the modern day. Yeah, I guess that counts as it being completely used up. But one way or another, there shouldn't be that much left. I don't think. I'm full on arrows. There are no berries here or more mushrooms or anything. Man, I wish you could just, like, fully replenish at shops. This sucks, man. I ate too many freaking rations while I was in Odin's Memories. Sucks to suck. Whatever. Maybe by dipping back in, the berries will respawn in Ravensthorpe there or something. I don't know. Maybe what'll happen. You know what else I can check that might have respawned, restocked? Is the amazing weekly bonus. Why don't I snag that? Skaldic songs and new stories. Oh, I got this stupid sword, how I got both of them. Even though the left one's really just more so for show. I don't think it affects damage. Let's see here. Store. Exclusive offers. Weekly free item. Wow. How do I don't understand how it works. I haven't played this game in 2 weeks. And I can't do this. I have not opened it off camera since last time. Half the time I can get it, half the time I can't. I have no clue how it works. It is very odd. If we up this way. I still need to set up my controller tower here again. I still haven't found a place for, like, the truck valve cover trophy thingamabob here. I have Xenosaga episode 1 just set up over here now. It's like the recent kind of main playthrough, essentially. I don't know. Is there a item shop around here somewhere where I can get more rations? Or was it the whole weird thing where it stayed the same across the world? What? Nope, not that. Okay.
See you soon.
Say hi to Petra if you see her.
I was just thinking, like, a butcher shop looks like a place where I could get some foods. I know the actual general goods store was this one, right? May I see your stores? And you have no rations, because I already bought it from the other guy. Because everyone in the world has a shared inventory.
I must be on my
so the
way
moment
now.
somebody sells
Goodbye.
rations, nobody else can
Always
sell
a
those same
pleasure,
rations.
Eivor.
Because that makes complete sense. Thank you, Ubisoft. So yeah, but going through Xenosaga a decent bit here. I'll probably talk about it a little bit later on in the stream. This probably shouldn't be a super long one, because I think there was only like 3 missions for returning to Asgard. Something like that. So I figured, you know, it's been a couple weeks since the last time I streamed this game. It's middle of the month now. Well, it's 3/4 into the month, essentially. Oh, further over this way. I may as well finish off this whole crazy trip of a arc that we've been doing. And then sometime at the end of this month or early next month, I can do the final of the friendship quests, whatever the hell. Alliance quests, whatever they're called. I don't know. But we'll wrap up this story tonight. How about? Time to dream pleasant thoughts about the conclusion of Odin's story. And how it totally leads into him reincarnating as Eivor or something here. Since, what's his face there, Mimir, or whatever the heck, was like, oh yeah, you might die here, but you will be reborn, and that's how you will escape Ragnarök. So, I'm starting to wonder if it's not a coincidence that we're looking the same. Heimdall's Tower.
The Nornir told me you'd be here. The cord is forged. Gleipnir, I call it. I'll wager there's a good story behind that wound.
A tale for another time. Thank you for this.
When you bind the beast, spare no loose ends. The cord will stretch or shrink to fit your needs.
How tightly will it hold? The beast may resist.
The more you tighten the cord, the stronger it will hold and the greater it will hurt, till the beast is rooted to the ground.
Thank you, Ivaldi. You may go.
You mean from Asgard, do you not? My debt to you is paid in full?
Yes, as promised.
Thank you, Harvey. I did not expect you to remember.
Where will you go next?
Under the mountains of Svartalfheim. Our mountains. To free the Earth's riches. For this is what I know best.
New quest, Binding Fate. Yeah, so we did indeed let him go. and less... Oh, food here. Also, maybe I shouldn't be spending... Oh, I can't get this. Maybe I shouldn't be spending adrenaline trying to kick him for funsies. Speak to Tyr, who is... all the way over here. I was about to say, is there a closer fast travel point? Should I just book it right over there? So anyway, I've started playing Xenosaga. So the first Xenosaga game is a 2002 PlayStation 2 game. I mean, all three of the Xenosaga games are... all the three main Xenosaga games are PlayStation 2 games. What was that? Panoramic view. Oh. Okay. And it's kind of been interesting to go into it so far. There's definitely a lot of parallels I see to Xenoblade thus far. Like a familiar setting with a afterlife looking like a beach, like Xenoblade Chronicles X for our character. The whole presence of the eggs, they're called, the AGWS, and they just call them eggs, which are kind of like skulls from Xenoblade Chronicles X that you can mount and dismount in the middle of battle. And it's like, okay, this probably led into some of the things that they were doing in Xenoblade Chronicles X, I would imagine. Is there... hold on. Just getting to the bottom here. It's gotta be closer if I go this way. Instead of swimming across the way. I'm just gonna fast travel over here. Definitely a lot of parallels, and I'm quite intrigued so far. The graphics, I'm using upscaled graphics and a texture pack. So if it's a pre-rendered cutscene, then it looks the same as it would have originally. But otherwise, it's upped. But, you know, of course, the models and everything are still the same level of quality, all that. And a lot of it is actually aged really quite well. I think if you go for, like, a super hyper-realistic art style during the kind of PS1, PS2 era, then it's gonna age like milk. It's just gonna look super ugly in the future. But if you go for either a cartoony, like Sly Cooper as an example, or an anime kind of art style, like Xenosaga, it actually ages pretty decently well. So, like, the graphics are very much of the era. Like, you can tell it's very much stylized like a early 2000s anime turn-based RPG. So, the art style is very much of that. But it held up pretty well. Some of the facial expressions look a little bit jarring sometimes, but for the most part, they look pretty good. And for this 2002 PS2 game, it seems like Monolith Soft went really ham on some of the cutscenes, like the action sequences and just how many crazy things they have going on at once. It's really good, and it is genuinely really entertaining to watch. And the gameplay, they had... it seems like there was something pretty interesting being cooked there with the whole action points, where you gain 4 each turn, and each regular basic attack that you take will cost 2 action points. So you can spend 2 action points this turn, and then next turn you'll have like 6 because you didn't spend 2 from the last turn. Have it carry over. Nom nom. I will take that, thank you. Yeah, I guess I shouldn't have popped that one ration before. Oh, I'm just gonna go around here, I think. The ranged and the close attacks, normal attacks, ether attacks, all sorts of things there, mounting and dismounting your mech. Like, they were definitely toying with some cool ideas. So generally, I like what they had going on with the combat of that game. But I am finding myself really, really bored of it gameplay-wise. I have 14 hours in the game so far? Something like that? Or I might be closer to 17 now. Did I still have it open? No, don't pause that. With the Alt key, the chat that I read from. What am I actually at here now? No, I don't need to update right now. Yeah, I'm at 17 hours here on this game. About. I was just checking with the emulator on my PC there. So I have a decent smidge in the game. But I generally don't think I like it. Why am I just stuck like this? Is this a whole going upslope thing? I figured, you know, I really like Xenoblade. I'm gonna hop into Xenosaga, what Monolith Soft was working on before that point. It's a turn-based RPG. I love turn-based RPGs. I feel like it's a little bit of a lost art nowadays that you don't see much of anymore. Modern turn-based RPGs, in terms of big names, are probably just things like Pokemon, Shin Megami Tensei / Persona, and this past year, Claire Obscure was apparently a pretty big good one that came out. Down we go. So I do like me some nice turn-based RPGs. But, man, the random encounter battles in that game drag on a bit, and I'll just have like half my health missing by the end of a random encounter battle because they're actually pretty tough and scary and stuff. The boss battles take an absurd amount of time. Like, the last boss that I did took 40 minutes. Camera. Hey. Hey. it shows you, like, the clear time after you've cleared the boss. Yeah, the boss that I just cleared at the end of last stream was a 40-minute long boss. And they are very, very much battles of attrition. Where it's like, okay, I'm usually not in that much danger of going down, but, like, it could happen from time to time. I just need to keep on popping Healy items. But the boss gets whittled away so dang slowly, so it takes, like, forever. And the cutscenes of that game are the longest in any video game I've ever played so far. I know that's going to change when I play Metal Gear Solid 4 in a couple months here, and that game apparently has, like, a 70-minute ending cutscene, which is insane, and I worry that I'm going to pass out at the end of that 24-hour charity stream. The cutscene's going to end, and then my camera's just not going to turn back on, because I'll fall asleep behind my computer. Just you wait. But so far,
Are you near?
it is insane. Like, after the end of the first stream, it was like a whole set of cutscenes that concluded the intro, and then it prompted you to save. So it's like, okay, this is a major checkpoint. We'll start, like, the next section of the plot next time. So I saved, I quit, and then at the beginning of stream 2, I was like, alright, let's continue this game. Picked up my controller, I hit continue. A 25-minute cutscene played, and then it prompted me to save again. It was absolute insanity. So the cutscenes go on for so long. I know that a lot of people criticize that with some modern games, like a lot of modern Sony games, for example, where it's like, oh, it's too much movie. We want more gameplay. Why is it so much movie? I've never had that much of a problem with it, but I'd never played Xenosaga before. And I think Xenosaga is a really good example of a game where I feel like this is maybe a little bit much in the cutscene department. Again, the cutscenes are good. They're well animated. The voice acting is really good. They're made with a lot of care. I really quite like the cutscenes. But there's these super long sections of cutscenes where you're sitting around doing cutscenes for however long with, like, very minimal gameplay of just walking around and talking to people. And just, like, the most turn your brain off kind of experience. And then you go into a dungeon, and the last dungeon that I was in that led up to that boss battle that took 40 minutes, the dungeon itself was like 2 hours with very, very little cutscenes during it. There was like one that showed a little bit of backstory of this Commander Cherenkov guy, and there was one that showed the party members being like, let's keep on going in. The signal is that way. You know, some very minimal kind of stuff. So, just 2 hours of avoiding or battling these random encounters that I can't just burn through are actually all a serious threat. And it's like, oh my god, I've been facing them for the past 2 hours. This is getting really boring. And the fact that every single battle is the exact same battle theme, and it just becomes the most repetitive thing. So, I think if I wasn't a content creator, I would have played a little bit of Xenosaga, been like, this is the worst pacing I think I've ever seen in a video game. I'm really intrigued by the story. They're cooking something really interesting there, and the cutscenes are amazing. Let's just watch a cutscene movie on YouTube, is what I would do. Because, yeah, the gameplay experience is not great. The intro of the game is probably like 10 minutes worth of cutscenes, and then you have gameplay and like a virtual reality simulation thing that the characters are going through. So you play like maybe half an hour, something like that, of that, and defeat like a little tutorial boss at the end. Then you come out of VR to actually introduce stuff with the story and move around on this ship and talk to different people. For 2 hours, you do all this tutorial stuff of battles for like half an hour. Then you have 2 hours of walking around and talking to people. And then the ship is attacked and the inciting event happens and you get to do like the actual gameplay again. And then like at the beginning of the last stream where it was like, you know, here's a whole whack of cutscenes at the beginning and just sitting down and not really playing the game at all. And then I do a 2 hour dungeon of the same repetitive stuff. There's no puzzles in that game. It's just the same generic zigzaggy areas, find the way through. Like, occasionally there'll be a dead-end way where you can go get some loot first. And just fighting the same enemies over and over again. Like, it changed a little bit as the dungeon went on, but when each of them is taking off, like, half of my party's health sometimes, and I'm burning through so many of my Healy items, and I have lots, but it still feels bad, and it's just... And you go through that, and after I did the 2 hour dungeon and the 40-minute boss, then we go back to, like, another half an hour on and off of cutscenes. We get to another section of the world where, yeah, there isn't going to be battles going on again for a while. It's going to be walking around and chatting again. I'm really, really intrigued by the story. I'm kind of invested in the story of Xenosaga now. I think that there's some really cool stuff going on.
Javi,
But,
you're a
man,
balm to
the
my
pacing
eyes. What happened to
might be the
yours?
worst in a game I've ever
sacrifice
seen.
for something greater. Is the wolf nearby?
Yes, but
So that's
he's
how I'm
grown.
feeling about Xenosaga
I
1
have
so
kept
far.
him company, but he's consumed by a sadness I cannot understand.
Regrettable, but necessary. I knew from the start this wolf brought ill tidings.
From the start, it was a kind creature. But our mistrust and cruelty have robbed the poor wolf of its sweetness and life.
Would it be a kindness to kill it, then?
We are past the time for such mercy. This wolf has power now that would test our strengths combined. I fear he is possessed of a power that renders him ever-living.
Then we will offer him a different fate. This cord is unbreakable. You must convince him to wear it. It will act as a leash, whose magic will signal that he is safely secured. An assurance to the Aesir who fear him. A beacon, that is all. No harm will befall the poor Fenrir.
Fenrir, yes. You know the creature's name. Did Loki tell you?
He did. It is a fine name.
Yes. Dweller of the Fens. An apt name for his current fate. Fenrir! A good word has come!
Leave me.
I wish you well, Great Wolf. But a fear still hangs over Asgard. The Aesir worry about your growing size and strength.
Do they now? And what do they have to be afraid of? Old friend.
Harvey brings a collar fashioned by the dwarves. A beacon. That we may track from a distance to know where you roam. Wear this, and you may live and thrive in Asgard, without worry.
I smell something sour.
Wear the collar! Or return to Jotunheimer. There's no third way.
Son of Loki, have I not treated you with kindness? We are bonded, you and I. And as I trust my king, so you may trust me. Open your mouth. As a pledge of faith, you may take my hand if I am untrue.
Fair.
Be swift, Harvey.
It burns.
Harvey?
Lies.
Unbind him! Harvey! Here you stay, Fen Dweller!
What the fucking... What?
Die.
That is definitely not the way the cutscene is supposed to look. What the fuck?
Brothers
What
will
the...
fight one another.
That is definitely not the way the cutscene was supposed to look.
You
I gotta make sure I have my dodge
riddles.
button at the forefront of my mind. Not be getting mixed up with Bloodborne and Night Rain. Because I do worry about that. Yeah, he's, Odin's not exactly being the nicest of dudes here, is he? You are so incredibly jank, aren't you? You are so jank. Okay. Man, I have Bloodborne on the mind. I was gonna start charging a heavy attack when I got behind you. Oh. Okay, so this is kind of like before. Okay. Come on, get some health back here. Oh, I still can't do damage there yet. Now I can. Oh. Are those like weak points now? I assume they are. Yes. This battle is so jank, man. Okay, well. kind of hard to tell what's going on here. Not as bad as in some of the battles that I've been seeing. Who's that guy? What? Not as bad as some of the battles I've been facing within Bloodborne or Night Rain, especially Bloodborne. Camera's my enemy half the time in that game. I was trying to like charge a heavy attack because I've got Bloodborne on the mind again. Okay. Okay, come on. Just make sure I don't hit the wrong dodge button while I'm playing this. Because the dodge button will be circle in Bloodborne or Elden Ring Night Rain, but it's square in this game. I haven't gotten mixed up yet, but we'll see if that remains to be the case. Can I set you on fire and get damage over time? Nice. That should be good. Yeah, burrow. I feel like you're gonna go into a phase 2 that's absolutely insane. That's what I feel like is gonna happen here. Okay, slowly get up. Let me damage you again. Here we go. What? What the frickin'? Well, you are so dang jank, aren't you? This battle is so jank, man. Whoa. I got mixed up with a completely different game there. I hit R1 to dodge. What game did I last play where R1 was to dodge? So whatever it is, it's been a little while since I played it. I don't know why I got mixed up in that way. Okay, well. He's so jank, man. Please. Hey. I would like to get some damage over time here. There it is. Nope. There it is. Yeah, continue doing some damage here. No. Dang it. Kind of wanted to get the fire back on. I need these. Whoops. Oh. Mash! Russian. Yikes. Holy shit. I was worried that that was just gonna be a get hit by that, I die kind of thing. Is what I was worried about. Okay. Please. If I can set you on fire before the end of this, that's nice. And you keep going underground. Bind? Oh. Bind? What? What is happening? Bind? This is the most jank fight I've probably ever seen in a video game. What the hell is happening?
Where did you hear these words of prophecy?
What the fuck is happening? Bind. Oh, now it's doing something. This is probably the way it's supposed to look. Okay, so I am making progress in binding. Okay. It's probably meant to do that before. Oh my god, Dark Souls intensifies. Whoa, except it's jank. This truly is the Dark Souls of Assassin's Creed, isn't it? Fine. Set you on fire. Oh, okay. Never mind. No longer is the case. Come on. If I could be locked on, that'd be great. Man. Okay, well. Got lots of arrows around this battlefield. Emerge? Nope. Damn it! Uh-oh. I'm gonna have to mash again. I'm gonna preemptively mash. Ration. Thank goodness I can ration during that. Can I bind now? Bind. Nope. Sure can. Okay. What's with these, huh? I'm getting away from that. Okay. Okay. Just to make sure that I'm topped up there. Just in case something would otherwise one-shot me. I don't see the prompt to bind here. Maybe it's just at, like, key points of health? I don't know. I don't know if I've been missing it up to this point or what exactly. So yeah, don't get caught by that one attack because that does so much to me. Okay. Oh, I did that too early. Because you take forever to get out before I can damage you again. Okay, come on. I was worried something like that was gonna happen and screw me. Come on. Okay, Dark Souls again. Whoa. Come on. Come on. Give me some damage over time. Come on. There it is. Dang you. Okay, well. That takes like forever here. Okay. I could have done that a second later and got the flame burst on you there. Where? There, it looks like. Uh-oh. Come on, get some of that health back. Where the heck even are you? Bind. Bind. Okay. We're binding more. It's extremely jank.
Then comes the second great sorrow, when the Havi goes to fight the wolf.
How do you know these things?
This is the tale I tell
He's
myself
clipping through the ground.
each night in the
What?
cold and dark.
What the?
Before
This
I
is
sleep
weird.
and dream of tasting your
It's so
flesh.
jank. Oh. Game corrected it. Okay, yeah, I'll go under here for cover. Dang it. If I had gotten that combo finisher, that would have put on a bunch of flame. Like that. There we go. Sweet. No, I'm canceling that. I changed my mind. Oh, that clipped me. That wasn't that much damage, though. Dang you. Emerge. Damn you. My hands are a bit sweaty. Shit. Mash, 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 and get ready to ration. Wow, I didn't eat the massive initial damage that it usually deals to me. Weird. Hmm? Uh-oh. Whoops. Until it does that. Okay. Like that. Get some damage where I can here. Please. And then do, whoops, I'm hitting that button thinking that that's the attack button. Thinking I'm playing different video games here again. No! Fuck! I really want to do that first try because it's not like this battle has any one specific thing that's super hard to deal with. It's just that it's the standard Ubisoft hardest difficulty where it's like one mistake can mean you have to do the entire thing over again because you just die. So, yeah. Let me just do that. And then, I don't know, this one. I assume they probably won't respawn for the battle. It would be nice if they did, but... yeah.